Bear and Breakfast is a cozy management adventure game where you play as a bear named Hank, who turns rundown buildings into bed and breakfasts. In an attempt to bring people back to the forest and make their stay as comfortable as possible, you collect resources, craft furniture, and tend to your guests' needs by cooking food and keeping everything nice and clean. Now, as a bear, you're not the most experienced resort manager, so it's really fortunate that your first guests have incredibly low expectations. They're completely fine with a cramped room, crappy furniture, no food, and the charm of a rustic outhouse. And as long as you pay attention to their humble requests, they leave raving 5-star reviews and shower you with money. So how do you accomplish that? After cleaning and repairing your first shack, it's time to build and decorate rooms. Each room has a minimum required size and some room-specific objects that need to be included. For every piece of furniture, the room gets comfort or decoration points that make it more appealing to guests. They each expect a certain level of comfort and decoration, so every morning you need to match them to appropriate rooms. Whenever you got some free time on your paws, you roam around and collect convenient stacks of resources that you need to repair buildings and craft furniture. There's also plenty of trash scattered around that some fellow forest dwellers gladly trade for decorative items. Resources respawn quickly, which is one of the many reasons why Bear and Breakfast is a very cozy and casual game, especially for this genre. There's no pressure, no lack of resources, and it's very easy to make money, because even unsatisfied guests pay part of their fees. So this is not a game where you micromanage and optimize everything. Instead, it's more of a relaxing experience, where you can take all the time you need to make everything look pretty. The game follows a linear story that you advance by solving fetch quests or reaching certain milestones with your bed and breakfasts. Collect 30 flowers, build a special room, host a certain amount of guests, stuff like that. It's a bit repetitive and the story takes some weird turns at the end. But I enjoy talking to all these quirky and often surprisingly snappy characters. Helping them unlocks recipes, blueprints for higher quality furniture, and sometimes even staff that you can hire to automate chores, like cooking or picking up trash. Whenever a resort has been upgraded to a certain standard, you unlock a new bed and breakfast location. Each property you acquire comes with new challenges. Guests will demand proper bathrooms, a dining hall, and special rooms like bars or movie theaters. All of these rooms and mechanics don't affect your previous buildings, but you can always do optional quests to improve the quality, attract wealthier guests, and get useful rewards. I really like that there's not just one big building that you keep expanding and upgrading. There's this nice sense of progression whenever you unlock a new area. But running multiple resorts simultaneously also means you'll have to travel a lot. For a huge part of the game, it's not possible to manage your bed and breakfast remotely. Instead, you have to interact with the front desk of each resort to rent out rooms, which will take up a lot of your time, even with fast travel. This is in fact my biggest gripe with the game. It lacks some important mechanics behind rewards. Stuff like a watch, a thermostat, increased walking speed, and the ability to access management and building screens without having to interact with a workstation. To me, unlocking these items didn't feel rewarding, because it felt like they should have been there from the start. Another big issue for me was inventory space. At first it seemed like there's plenty of space both on Hank and in his trusty storage box. But as soon as you unlock cooking, inventory management becomes a real struggle, especially since it lacks proper functions to quickly transfer and stack items. It's important to note though that some other issues I had have already been resolved. The small dedicated team behind this ambitious project listens to feedback, which means the game has already received several patches. Overall, Bear and Breakfast might not be for everyone and still has some rough edges, but the cute art style and unique blend of gameplay elements make this well worth your time, at least if you're looking for a more relaxing approach to management games. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of this game in the comments below.